Whoa, that was way too close. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about TV shows and some films, not all of them, but some of them. Mostly the TV shows and Netflix series, though, when it pertains to Marvel and DC. No, I just got finished watching a video by Comic Book Cast. It's one of the kind of nerdy shows I tend to watch on YouTube and whatnot. He's going on about how The Defenders is one of the least watched Marvel shows, and he can't quite figure out why that is. And he's like, well, the Iron Fist did really good, even though a lot of people hated it for some reason, yet it's still like the most watched Marvel, Netflix series. And then he's like, well, it can't be the Iron Fist effect, as he's calling it. And then he's like, well, maybe it was the because of the last half of the Luke Cage series after Cottonmouth left the show, and it didn't get that great apparently. Um, and he's going on about how Netflix will never release their numbers or how they judge who watches what for how long or how many people tuned in. And one of my thoughts was, well, these are comic book series, right? These are supposed to be superhero shows. So maybe people are just kind of getting annoyed with not having superhero shows show proper supervillains. Like the main thing of Iron Fist and the main thing of the Defenders was the Hand. And, I mean, that's a cool plot and villain. I mean, they're this ancient ninja society or whatever that are plotting to take over the different cities via organized crime and shit. I mean, that's an interesting plot and all, but where's like the super villains? Where are the dudes in the fancy, over the top, crazy outfits with these like diabolical schemes to either like I don't know, not take over the world because that's ridiculous. I think that kind of subplot or plot is a bit either cliche and a bit grandiose, but none of the Marvel series on Netflix seem to have superheroes wearing superhero costumes, and they don't seem to have like rosters of villains lining up to kick the superhero's ass or lining up to commit certain crimes. I mean, sure, the whole trying to take over a city thing is interesting, but Sigourney Weaver as a supervillain and just regular clothed villains that sort of, I guess, have superpowers. Some little old lady, some little old Chinese lady, that's supposed to be a supervillain? Come on. Like, it can't be that hard to figure out why people don't really care about watching these series. When you put a superhero show on Netflix or make a superhero movie, people want to see superheroes versus supervillains. Maybe some, like, character arcs in there. They don't want to see regular clothed people fighting other regular clothed people. Otherwise, it might as well not even be a superhero show or superhero movie. Like, I don't know what's with these writers and directors and producers going, yeah, we're going to make a superhero show, but everyone in it's going to be regular clothes, and they're all going to be civilians. And the bad guys, they're just going to look like thugs, or they're going to look like mafia dudes in suits. That's stupid. That's like daytime TV drama shit with, the odd, maybe supernatural superpower in there. That, they're wondering why people aren't watching these shows because it's false advertising. You're saying they're superhero shows, Marvel Comics show or a DC show, and there's no one in suits. There's no one in super suits or super villain suits doing super villainy things. It's just regular assholes doing regular crimes and regular underground criminal stuff. Maybe that's why nobody's tuning in to watch this shit. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the lunatic for not, for wanting to see superheroes in super suits fighting villains in supervillain suits, doing supervillain things. Like, it, I get some suits don't translate the best to the big screen or even like the medium screen, that being TV shows, but come on, it took an entire season of Daredevil for him to finally get the suit. What the fuck? He should have had that suit within the first 2 episodes. Maybe 3 at most. And the real suit, not this black thing that he's wearing. Maybe in the comics he might have had, like, his original comic comic book superhero suit might have been black, but I don't know. Maybe do that for the first 2 episodes and then move on to the thing that everybody knows about. Because not everyone who watches these superhero shows are gonna be like giant sweaty nerds, as John Schnepp puts it. Schweddies. Maybe they're not gonna be a bunch of schweddies, and they're just a bunch of people that go, "Oh, this looks neat, a superhero show," and then they flick it on. They're like, "All right, the first episode, no one's wearing a super suit, no one's doing anything super, no one has superpowers. All right, well, whatever. Maybe they're just introducing the character." Second episode rolls around. Third episode rolls around. Maybe they might have like a proto suit that doesn't even look like a super suit. And then like the villain in it, probably just some random thug, or maybe some dude in a suit who's maliciously controlling some underground criminal organization. Yeah. Start putting real superhero looking stuff in your shows. Make multiple villains appear throughout the series in actual supervillain suits, and you might get some viewers interested in it. Because guess what? When someone says, "Oh, we're doing a superhero show," or "Oh, we're doing a superhero movie," they want to fucking see superhero shit. Like, it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together. So yeah, if you're into any of these Marvel Netflix or DC Netflix or whatever shows, superhero shows or superhero movies, sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think of all this plain-clothed daytime TV drama bullshit instead of actual superhero stuff in these superhero shows and superhero movies. Luckily, we got Justice League coming out soon, and these people are actually going to be wearing super suits and doing things that are super. They actually have, some of them actually have powers. It's ridiculous. I can't wait for this thing. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, that was my rant on this. And if these producers and writers and whatever are wondering why their shows are failing so miserably, take a look at what you're pitching and look at the product you're actually producing. Something's not right in the Kool-Aid. Anyways, looking forward to Just League. Should be sweet. The trailers have been awesome. Hoping that maybe Green Lantern shows up in it. Doesn't necessarily have to be Hal Jordan or anything like that. Jon Stewart would be cool. Maybe Tomar Ray would be cool. But yeah, we'll see. Anywho, sorry it's been a bit since I've kind of done anything in the last few days or so. That's like normal content for me. I know the last 2 things were kind of jam uploads, which is just kind of for my own personal records. And once again, if anyone who watches it that's not your thing, that's cool. Only watch it if you absolutely want to or have nothing else to do, because most of the jams pretty much look the same with maybe some slight improvement from either on my part as a drummer or spinner on guitar. Just slight improvements on our song performances and our sets. But yeah, those are mostly just for my personal documentation and kind of whatever. I make it public so you can watch it if you want. But yeah, if you guys don't want to watch it, that's totally cool. I understand. And I should have some like proper normal Black Metal Rebellion content coming soon. I do have some punk vinyl to show off, about 5 to show, and I'm still waiting for things to come in the mail. I ordered some stuff early September and it's just not coming for some reason. I don't know if it's because people are ordering shit for Christmas and like the mail people are getting bogged down with a bunch of shit coming out, or if it's just Canada Post being a big pile of dicks as usual. So I have no idea. Anyways, hopefully can get back to making regular content again soon. And yeah, thanks for watching this kind of nerd corner rant on the Netflix superhero series and stuff in general. For Glory, the Rebellion, Slammerella out.